hello everyone, Madayaw and Shalom. I'm here with Bambi because we're taking up part 2 of my reading recommendations for high school. Oh, look at this guy, he wants some love. Pause. I have love bombed this guy with lots of kisses and now look at him. Oh, baby. Anyways, my dearest Bambi, we are taking up reading recommendations for high school. Yeah. All right, we were talking about sci-fi this afternoon, like Dune. Dune Dune is like one of those modern classics. When you talk about sci-fi, people like ding 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 Dune. Why? Because not only is it made and remade and remade and remade into TV movies and stuff, it it did not define the genre, but it did catapult space opera, especially the red type of space opera, because people expect Star Trek and Star Wars. Star Wars is not sci-fi, by the way, but Dune started as a book first, you see. Next, Anne McCaffrey. I love Anne McCaffrey. If you read her Dragon Rider series, you would think, no, that falls under fantasy. Until 5 books later, you see an AI program. Turns out, they were people from Earth looking for medieval life out in the stars, because they're like, we hate pollution, we hate all that. We're going to start anew with some medieval stuff. And then suddenly, oh, there are dragons in this world. Oh, there you go. It's nice. I love it. I love it. I think I already read everything. Her son, though, is continuing the series. Yeah, but let's just say I like Anne's writing better. All right. The Ship Who Sang, that series, I think it only has 2 or 3 books, but it is interesting because in that time, very sci-fi, when you have not brain damage, if your body is damaged, but your brain is okay, they take your brain and put it inside a spaceship, and you become not an AI, but the person controlling the whole spaceship. And then you get a partner, your pilot. So it's like the relationship between the two. Very nice. And then there's Akonra. The Akonra series is about a werewolf. Sorry, she's not a werewolf, sorry. Unicorn. She's a unicorn lady. Yes, I know it kind of reads like a fantasy, but it is sci-fi. Anyways, then you have The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, 5 books by Douglas Adams. One is turned into a movie. It is interesting. I will leave that up to you. Now let's go to medieval fantasy, or fantasy in general. Let's start with the medieval ones. There's Tamora Pierce. I cannot get over how great her writing is. I know some of the books in the later part of her writing is a little, can girls read that? Maybe in today's age, I think they're grown up about it. Okay, so just a little bit of warning, but it is very good, especially for girl power. The Song of the Lioness, Protector of the Small, and I think the Immortals are all in the same world. Also, the Becca Cooper Chronicles. So, Song of the Lioness starts with Alana. That's where she won a lot of awards for. So, Alana has 5 books. After her was Protector of the Small, which I actually like Protector of the Small more than Song of the Lioness. I keep reading and rereading that 5-part series. And then you have the Immortals, which is set a little bit before that. And then you have what's this? Actually, the Immortals is, yeah, and you have more. You have more because you have Alana, you have Kel, you have Dane, and then the before that. So yeah, and then you have Alana's daughter. So it's a lot. And then Circle of Magic is like sets of 2 5s. Then we have David Eddings. I heard somewhere he's controversial. I don't know the story. In terms of writing, love his writing. He starts off with the Belgariad with 5 books, followed by the Malorian with 5 books. I know they also have offshoot books. I don't have it and I have not read it, but I have read Belgarian and Malorian. Those are continuing stories. I really love the Elenium and the Tamuli. So the Elenium starts with Sir Sparhawk, 5 books, where he tries to save the queen, his queen, who he later marries. In the Tamuli, they have a daughter who is a reincarnation of the goddess of love. Lots of church humor there because they tried to make Sir Sparhawk like, like a crusader, like a knight crusader. Uh, I like the camaraderie of the boys, the romantic gestures and all that. It's all done in fun. If you want a book out of like friendship, like true friendship among men who become knights or who are knights, that's then you have Ursula K. Le Guin, the Earth Sea Cycle. But Le Guin is not just Earth Sea. Yeah. So you have the Wizard of Earthsea, and then it's I think it's a trilogy. Anyways, I also like her Left Hand of Darkness. It does not have an LGBT feel to it, even if they're gender bent. It really explores like alien planet, people's relationship to each other, and things like that. Interesting. All right, then there's Philip Pullman, his Dark Materials, Golden Compass. I think they redone it into a TV series this time instead of just a movie. All right, so then we have a steampunk here, Gail Carriger. So Gail Carriger has the Finishing School series, her Finishing School series. It is part of her larger world. That one is in the romance genre. It's not recommended for kids, but the Finishing School part of that world is. So if you read that and then you get to college, you can read the rest of her books. Now let's go to mystery. I know I still have a lot of things to go through and we're running out of time. All right, mystery time. Agatha Christie, I cannot express how much people need to read her. She has Hercule Poirot, Murder on the Orient Express, Miss Marple, and the Tommy and Tuppence series. I actually enjoy Tommy and Tuppence. And yes, I have read most of the Miss Marple. I've not completed all of Hercule Poirot. Arthur Conan Doyle, yes, please. I've already recommended him, so please continue him. Then let's go to the more religious ones. J.K. Chesterton's Father Brown series. It does have movies in the past made of it and a series by, I think, BBC. Um, he's so funny. Father Brown is funny, but it's a murder mystery. And then you have Elise Peters. Love Elise Peters' Brother Cadfael series. It's very medieval. It's very interesting. You will learn a lot of Welsh culture and, roles of monks and medieval knights of that day, as well as history, because that is the history between, or the war between Stephen and Maud. So a lot of history happening there. And if you still like detective mysteries set in period time but not medieval, Maureen Jennings' Detective Murdoch mystery. It is a TV series. All right, so speaking of TV series, let's go to horror with Stephen King, because he has a lot of movies and TV series from him. So you've known The Shining, Carrie, Pet Sematary, all that. Yeah, yeah. I've read those in high school. It'll give you nightmares. H.P. Lovecraft, Call of Cthulhu, and his other books. It incites the imagination, but if you cannot get existential horror, don't. But he defined not just the genre, which is cosmic horror and existential horror, he also is a catalyst to many of our gothic feels and gothic stuff today. Like Arkham comes from him, Ipswich, Dunwich Horror, things like that, Cthulhu, that all comes from him. All right, so I'm already ending this, but I still have my local recommendations. So I'm going to make another video for my local recommendation for high school reading. Thank you, everybody, and I'm sorry this is all so fast. Anyways, the full list will be in my website. Thank you all for listening. Madayaw and shalom.